Recording started.
All right. So we left off. Beltran's overprotectiveness, quote unquote, has caused a situation where everyone loses money, and everyone, being the high moral ground people they are, now want to kill their own party member. The princess has disappeared. It has been hours after the search, and no one has found a thing. Though all of you have noticed on a few of your raven companions there are cuts on them, and each of these cuts are missing. They're not bleeding. They're long cuts that should bleed, but they do not bleed. And they have the same symptoms of that of Beltran. They look a little paler than the rest of the body, and they're not bleeding. So,
What is this? That's not bleeding?
There's many members of the Ravens that have a cut on them. There's like assorted members of the Ravens that have cuts all over their body. Well, not all over, but a few of them have a cut, one cut per Raven. Like a few assorted Ravens have cuts on them, and these cuts, they do not bleed. So now, after this strenuous search that's led to nothing, and after the Caligus Mordinius has left, you guys are left to your own devices yet again. Beltran, the spell wore off, and you're standing next to Sovereign in the forest. We'll start with you, Beltran, since you are, in such a peculiar position. What do you do?
Tell me, how far are we away from that place that we were heading to? Do you happen to know? He's asking,
the dungeon. All right. The ancient temple isn't too far away. It's just past these slaver camps, a few miles north.
Okay.
What? Do you intend to go there alone? Your mic's muted, John, so you're saying nothing.
I get a feeling that John's muted like 90% of what he says.
It's a new system.
I got a feeling that happened too.
Yeah, it's like super confusing. I can mute any of you, but I can't mute myself.
The thing is like to block up
hear me now?
and then mute the thing, and then it does, once you put the picture back, that doesn't tell you when you're mute. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you now, John, but I can't see you.
All right. So apparently, if I pause my picture, I can speak, and if I don't pause my picture, I can't speak. Lovely. So I asked Savron.
That's okay.
Yeah. So I told Savron.
Go ahead.
What?
The screen thing.
What about it?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, no. If I unpause the screen, I'll mute myself.
Hello? Hello?
All right.
That's weird. It doesn't tell me when I'm muted.
John is talking right now, Uncle. Can you not hear him? Okay, yeah, I can tell
John,
you who's muted, though. Right now, no one's muted.
Should I reconnect?
No.
Yeah. I mean, you were muted a moment ago, Uncle.
What? I'm muted too?
No.
No, you're fine.
No, you're good. Yeah, you're not muted yet.
Mute is like to close the camera thing.
How? I can't do
You
anything.
have to see the mute thing.
I can't see the mute thing. It's fucking stupid as hell. I can mute you guys, but I can't mute myself.
That's what I'm saying. The only way to see the mute thing is to close the picture thing. The camera that shows you,
How'd you do that?
Mute for me.
See, it's like at the line there, but it doesn't show it. So you move it, your cursor around like the bottom of your picture until you see like a hand symbol.
Yep.
Then press it, and it'll close your picture, and then you'll be able to finally see the mute button. However, if you close the picture again, it won't show that you're mute to you.
I got it.
Like,
Yep.
I got it.
and you can tell half the time if you're mute or not.
All right.
All right, I'm here, but I'm muted.
Okay. So, Beltran,
Yeah.
you were
All right. So, I mean, what I told him was, what I told Savron was basically, I mean, what's the other option I have? Go back to camp? I think they're going to try to kill me if I do.
kill you. Have you not rode with them this long, this far? And then they would kill you in the drop of a hat.
Meanwhile, back at camp, Drozelax is getting all the pitchforks and torches together. He's getting everybody, Frankenstein's up, ready to go burn Frankenstein. Just use
So let me ask you this, Savron. What do you suggest? Because I think my safest bet is just to go into the dungeon on my own and hope I survive.
It seems you'd rather enter a dark, lonely dungeon and die quietly without a whisper, rather than your companions. You've made the decision. You made this decision to go against their decisions. Speak
They
to
never
them.
act. All right. I'll do it. So he walks back to camp. This is going to go great.
All right. Oh.
You hear the rustling of armor behind you.
Beltran.
All right. Lexington, what are you doing?
Currently, I am sharpening my axe and sharpening my axe and trying to recollect of the sequence of actions that led us to a very odd situation.
All right. And Drozelax, you've already told me what you're doing, and is that all you're doing?
No. He's sending. It's even worse. He's sending mental images into all the rogues and all the slaves and all the slavers' minds and all our minions' minds of the princess being a giant demon.
Oh my god.
And that she must be burned to the stake.
Oh no! Oh! Oh my god, yep. Actually, I'm gonna need to make a roll for that. Hold up.
What kind of roll?
Hold up. Let me make a chance roll. This is a roll for the group. Alright. They don't go insane from the images. They're able to hold themselves steady from all these images you put within their minds. You didn't put too many.
I'll
so
try
they're
harder.
okay.
Can I roll to try harder? Use my charisma, my personality?
Yes. Roll spell check actually. Roll a clerical spell check.
Garbage.
Images of
Burning windmills.
Naked women? Yeah, and naked women within the windmills. And now they're all very confused, and they're also very sure that the princess, nevertheless, is some sort of horrific monster. But they're also very are kind of just lost, pacing back and forth, trying to comprehend what's going on. There's at least one guy in the corner crying.
He's looking for a leader.
You just assume he's the weakest link.
He's looking for an alpha, like a leader among them.
He's
Somebody who can rile them up.
roll an intelligence check. What did you get?
A 10.
A 10?
Yep.
All right. So this raven isn't particularly hard to find. He's screaming very loudly.
All right. I
Voice
approach him.
allies.
I approach him.
You. It is you. I remember you.
Yes.
Joselax.
Yes.
Or was it Defile? Good to meet you, man.
Whichever one. I have saved the people of our village numerous times. Do you trust me, brother? He puts his arm on his hand on his shoulder. His tentacles are like all over the guy's face.
Of course I do. He puts his hand on.
His tentacles are
Like,
all
does
over.
he see the tentacles?
Well, he can't help it if he comes close to you. The tentacles are like writhing on your face. He like tries to put him away. Like
When that happens, he's like, brother, excuse me, brother. He turns away. Perhaps I've had too many shrooms, or someone slipped me shrooms, because I swear I saw coming from your face. Excuse me. Excuse me very much.
It is a French beard.
My goodness, you have a moving beard that moves on own. It's magical. My goodness.
Yes, it has a mind of his own. He
No.
puts his hand on him. The princess is evil.
You're correct.
We must form a party.
This much.
We must form a posse. A militia. Shut up, John. Shut up, John.
Of course.
And we must find the princess and burn her at the stake.
Absolutely. We also must make sure she doesn't find any authorities. Otherwise, we will be killed horrifically by the king's mage army.
Gather up all your
If I am to believe the rumors that are true, she is a witch herself.
Yes, you're right. Gather up all your pitchforks. We must find the windmill she's hiding in and burn it down.
I don't know why you want us to find pitchforks. We're not farmers, but we'll gather our swords and pretend like they're pitchforks. Maybe spears. Gentlemen, you can find spears. We need to find this fiend. Where Caligus's men failed, we will succeed.
Now, everyone get into a circle. She is invisible. If we all get into a circle and then close in on ourselves, she'll have no choice. We'll catch her.
Of course! I remember reading this tale about the horrific invisible taco man.
Yes, also, she likes to hide out in barns and sleep in the hay. That's what invisible people do all the time.
Of course. That's also where the spaghetti people are.
Yes.
Or am I wrong about that? I haven't read that book in years.
No, you are right. And Beltram, we could burn Beltram at the stake too. Get together, everyone. Let me go get Lexington. He hovers over to Lexington.
Beltram, he's your friend.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Okay.
Hold a moment.
Don't burn Beltram. Bring Beltram to me. He hovers over to
of course! He must be involved somehow.
Yes, just don't kill him.
Before you hover over to Lexington... of course! We will incapacitate him. So, you hover over to Lexington.
Lexington.
Yes?
We have to kill the princess.
That's a very, very big demand there.
It's not a demand. I went into her mind about 20 minutes ago, 2 weeks ago, and she terrified me. She is some kind of cosmic horror, more powerful than even Jane.
Is it something similar to Beltram?
Not as fuzzy.
What do you mean not as fuzzy?
Well, just not as fuzzy, you idiot.
Not as bad, or something quite different but quite the same?
Whatever you just said.
Alright.
We must find that bard. Bards are very good at singing songs and using their music to rile the masses. We get the bard to sing some song that gets people angry, and we can find the princess and burn her at the stake. He leaves. He's all ranting.
Alright.
He's not right.
That leaves it to fuck wizard. Oh. Say again?
He's not right in the head. He's actually very upset about the mind control thing.
Oh, yeah. Wizards, all my homies hate wizards. After all this has happened, what do you do?
I'm gonna start walking the outskirts of the camp to see if I can find a way to start tracking the princess.
Alright, roll an intelligence check.
We're not rolling very good on intelligence checks today.
You found tracks and you started following them, and for some reason, you find yourself extremely confused after following these tracks for 30 minutes, and you realize that these are the tracks of a deer. The deer startles you and then runs off into the forest. So, what do you do now?
I'm gonna keep searching then.
Alright, we'll come back to you a little later then. Alright, so this leaves us to Beltran. Beltran, you walk into the town with Sovereign behind you.
Okay.
And a knight approaches you. Hello there, lad. Good to see you. Beltran, right? I remember you. We haven't talked at all because I've been busy with tasks and camp duties while you're running around having fun, I imagine.
I wish.
Anyhow, a person with a Drozelax, your friend that has a beard with a mind of its own that looks very much like tentacles.
I like how this guy sounds like he's from Monty Python. Have you noticed that he sounds like he's from Monty Python Holy Grail?
That's because he's drinking stuff he shouldn't be drinking.
Now, come with me, lad. I gotta bring you over to Drozelax. He wants to talk to you about your princess.
Yay. Let's go.
Alright, he leads you over to Drozelax, and Drozelax, where do they find you?
Drozelax is pretty much having a clan rally. He's got like a bunch of people in hoods ready with fire, ready to burn someone at the stake. So he's riling them up.
All right. So you see Beltran. Beltran with the knight and Sovereign approaches you.
He's like, "Oh, hi, Beltran." He tells all his new friends to go back to go away somewhere. Go somewhere.
Hi, Drozelax. You mind if I ask what all that was about?
Oh, a terrible demon. A terrible demon ran into a windmill. We have to burn it down.
Okay. Can you give me a description of this evil creature?
It is. You won't believe me. As you see, you have been enchanted by it.
Right.
It does terrible magic.
that is naive. Being naive, and being of a naive type, you naively have been tricked by this creature into thinking it is a princess. It is not. It is a cosmic horror.
So, okay.
Those people will help me crucify. Apprehend her and have conversations with her.
Let's just let her go.
Yes, Joseph. Yes, my friend. We will just let her go. Why don't you go into the tent and sleep for a couple days? You're looking very tired.
I cast command on him.
Wow.
Oh man.
All right, what do I have to roll?
Word of command. Yes, to roll.
What page?
I gotta roll first. Hold on a second. Let me see if it works.
Sure.
Word of command. You know what page word of command is, Ty? Or should I give it to you? It's
Let's see. I can find it.
268.
I got it.
For crying out loud, those shitty rolls tonight. I don't think that works. But I'm not looking at it, so.
You can speak one word for a target within 30 feet. If the creature fails its save, it must obey the command for 1 round. So you got to roll a will check, John.
He turns to him. He points at him. He goes, "Coma."
Oh shit.
Will is what? Personality?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's personality plus your will check, like with your will save. I mean, like you literally have bonuses to your will.
Your will saving throw plus your personality.
Oh, that's well.
You should have 0 when you play this character. Ha!
So I go into a coma for 1 round. Yay.
Fuck.
Minions, townspeople, tie him up.
All right. They go to tie him up, and as they tie him up, they're not fast enough, and he wakes up in the middle of it. It is 1 round after all.
Oh, Beltram, you fell. you fell and hit your head on that rock there.
There's like no rock.
On that rock there. Right, Lexington? He fell.
What rock? The closest rock is over that way. It's at least 10 feet away.
Do you see? That's part of the enchantment. She has tricked you into thinking that you are further away from that rock than you are when you're really just in front of it.
Drozelax, did you cast a spell on me?
No.
No.
DM, do I happen to know if he did?
Absolutely not. No way, no.
Right.
You remember a blur. All you remember is a blur, and you remember a blur, dude.
Oh my goodness.
You hear the squawking of ravens over to you. And by now, it's become fairly dark outside, and you hear the squawk of ravens.
Oh shit.
In darkness, with bright golden eyes, this woman looking at you with that same expression. Distaste.
It's the whole cast of The Witcher. Fuck.
Pretty much.
Yep. You won't be seeing Geralt, though.
We're missing Geralt. Oh, I think Lexington is Geralt.
Oh, God.
Actually, there's someone that's similar to Geralt here, but he's not in your group.
Ham is Geralt.
All right. So
she just appears?
She just stares at you, both of you.
I bow.
Like,
how have you been?
Drozelax is trying really hard to remember who this is.
When you bow, her expression becomes even colder, and she looks even more pissed off. You feel a frog land on your face.
I
As if the frog was flung at you.
I told you enchantments.
I'm sorry if I insulted you. I put it down on the ground.
Which of those wilds he has been enchanted by a cosmic horror? He points at Beltram.
Grief. She's not a cosmic horror.
She is witch. She's a cosmic horror.
That
We need to
is
put her
where
in a
you're
coma while we
wrong.
catch her and burn her at the stake.
Whoa. I'm wrong? Or he's wrong?
You're wrong, wizard.
Yay. So what nightmare did I...
She isn't perhaps quite on your level, creature. But she is a cosmic horror. It is what happens to mages that dabble in the dark arts for far too long.
Oh, great.
It'll eventually become you, I'm sure, wizard.
Well, chances are my friend over here is going to take my head before that happens.
I would never harm you.
He points at Savron.
Okay. When she doesn't even spare Savarong a glance.
Ouch.
You speak to me about the ghost. The hollow that inhabits this body. You speak to me about this ghost, the hollow that inhabits that shell. John Savarong died a millennium ago.
Well, yes. I realize this is kind of a weird situation. If I look at Savarong, I look back at her. So this is a titanically weird situation. But
you see a very peculiar. You see something very peculiar over to your right side within the camp. You see Jane floating towards you guys.
Hi, Jane.
And she keeps floating, unconscious,
Drozelax
all the way
is
over
so proud of her that she's floating.
to the Witch in the Wilds.
Drozelax is so proud of her that she's
When she goes,
floating. He's like,
dude, she's literally snoring right now. She's snoring.
She's sleep floating, is what you're saying.
And she keeps floating until she's right next to the witch. And that's when the witch starts to examine her hands, her neck, and then promptly stops, and that's when she wakes up.
Is she still floating?
I see you haven't gotten the artifact yet. No, she fell on the ground.
Ooh. You okay, Jane?
You haven't gotten the artifact yet.
No, we're going to be doing that now.
How many people...
you're breaking up heavy tie.
have you allowed her to kill? She's
a couple people in self-defense, but...
Hold up. How many lights were snuffed out by this thing because you allowed her to roam without this artifact? The artifact will restrain that and help her control her hunger and the madness that comes with that other form she retains.
Where is this artifact?
That I know of, she only ate a couple of people, but I think that was self-defense.
Silence.
I mean, she almost ate
Silence, worm. Where is this artifact we're looking for?
She looks like her eyes... You have a feeling that it might turn to lasers and sear right through you like Homelander.
Yeah.
Where is the artifact?
You keep lying for her.
Lying for her? What do you mean? Keep in mind...
Is he really this naive? Turns over to Drozelax. Is he really this naive?
He is also an enabler. Where is this artifact?
An enabler? Whoa!
It is within the Temple of the First. The temple is not very far from here.
Good.
One of your companions have already scouted it. He's coming back now, actually.
We go there then. Beltram! We can get her, control her, and she won't kill so many. Every one of those people that she kills is one less brain for me to harvest.
Okay, how many people have you killed? Because it should have only been a few, because we've only had situations.
You let her free through the wilds.
Yes, that was
Damnable fool.
No. I chased her
You
into
know
the
how many
to make sure she was okay.
At least one full village of men have been consumed by one full village of souls.
Beltram looks at Joselax like he wants to kill him.
Joselax moves behind Lexington.
Beltram, how could you?
And the night she consumed that whole village in her ravenous lust. She almost consumed you.
Joselax is so proud of
Effortlessly, I
her.
imagine.
Joselax is beaming. He's so proud of her.
Beltram just yells out Drozelax in like with this murderous intent.
You see, Witch, this one cannot be controlled. The rage from his truth self comes out every chance it
You've been
gets.
sending her out on murderous missions to eat innocent people?
She was trying to save your princess, which turned out to be Cthulhu himself. Now,
all right, I made a mistake about the princess, but you were the one that sent her out. I told you we weren't supposed to. I need a minute.
You feel another frog slap Beltram. A frog slaps your face. If a frog had a dick, it's in your mouth right now. It just slaps your face. Nasty and slimy and shit.
Pay attention to the damn frog. You have vermin on you.
He grabs the frog, he drops it, and he walks off to just take a breather because he wants to go crazy on somebody.
I pick up the frog and ask it what it wants.
You see that you notice you weren't. This is something you were only half paying attention to, but you notice that every time the witch raises her face in certain direction.
I missed the last 3 words.
So she's been chucking frogs.
I can't understand you, Ty.
The witch chucking frogs at me every time.
The Witch of the Wilds. Yeah, the Witch of the Wilds. Every time she moves her finger.
Oh, she's throwing frogs at him. I thought the frogs just showed up on him. Okay. I throw the frog at him too.
All right. So, she then approaches you.
That I do not recognize the throwing of frogs on a wizard.
And when the Witch of the Wilds approaches you, she tells you this. The tomb of the first, it's not far. Once you get there, there will be ancient artifacts for both your insane creature, the one that mimics the human, that one, and Jane, for both of them, will help them.
We barely heard you, Dad.
I walk back. Basically, he said that there's items that can help me and Jane in that place.
I know the gist of it, John.
What happened? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Jonathan.
I said I know the gist of it.
Oh, sorry.
Like, that part's understandable, but he, said something else, but he was, cut off.
Yeah, he essentially called me a monster.
So Witch of the Wild is throwing frogs at you, John.
No, Beltram's well aware.
And be aware that each of those frogs could be a person.
Yeah, we're totally gonna have a Captain Ginyu moment. It's just gonna stand up with its little voice translator and say, "Change now." What, you didn't expect the Dragon Ball Z reference? I mean, come on, dude. Seriously?
You have a Dragon Ball Z reference?
You never watched Dragon Ball Z?
Mm,
Oh.
Sorry about that.
but I barely remember.
Aside from
They decided to start talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Trey, because Trey is loading.
What? Everybody?
Yeah, Trey's about
everybody?
to. Of course, you're talking about Dragon Ball Z, you faggots. Yeah.
It's over 9,000.
Other than Trey, I can hear everyone. Jesus Christ, man.
Trey's just...
Okay, Trey, can you hear me now? Trey, can you hear me now?
Wait, is Trey here?
Right?
I don't know. Trey?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh.
Trey, can you hear me?
Is everybody talking? Because I can't hear.
Is Trey here? I don't hear him.
Everyone.
He's talking.
I do not hear him.
Trey is here. I can hear Trey when he speaks.
Yeah, I'm here.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is.
Can he not hear me?
I don't think Tyler can hear you.
Because I can't. Yeah, I can hear
cannot.
you three, but not him. Let me rewatch.
Yeah, reconnect, Trey.
All right.
Trey is reconnecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is ridiculous with the internet. Next time I have to do it in a different house, I guess. Do this in a different house.
Yeah, for a little while you may want to do it, Jonathan.
Yeah, I will. Hard to get things moving along when you guys can't even hear me.
Yeah. And we was just about to start getting in the mood, too.
Yep. Yep. Trey? All right. So what the witch said before I cut out, she said, within the dungeon, there'll be some troll, both that thing that pretends to be human and this one. She points at Beltran and then the girl looking up dumbfoundedly at both of you, which is Jane.
I basically asked the witch, am I going to be able to find anything about the angel?
You literally just walked away, dipshit. You literally just walked away.
I know. But he walked away to just vent.
All right, so this is after you walked back then. You didn't hear what she said because you walked away.
Okay.
So... Shame.
Damn you, Beltram. You need to pay attention.
I was trying to calm down after finding out you sent Jane to eat an entire village.
I didn't do no such thing. I sent her to find your silly princess before I discovered she was a cosmic horror. I was trying to save your girlfriend.
Jane has been eating people for months. So,
Lexington arrived as well.
Lexington's saying something, but
Nice.
but I can barely understand him. There's like 50 people talking in John's thing. Go ahead, Jonathan.
well, technically, Jane already started eating people even before any of us realized.
I know. Isn't she awesome?
That is concerning.
He's proud of that, by the way.
Same time, quite unknown.
Hey, Jonathan, you need to sit up a little because we can barely hear
Don't
you.
understand.
You're mumbling.
This is her nature.
When you talk. Ross is sound normal.
You seem to not understand what you do not understand, Beltram. True nature. You can, much like you can deny the sun is in the stars. You can deny the night and say it does not exist, but it will be there. The sun will always rise as it will always fall.
So
I know what she
You cannot
is.
change someone's true nature.
No, we must find that temple and find that artifact so we can help Jane control her hunger.
Yes. It will help her control. That is what you need. This thing not ravaging the countryside.
Rosalax would take offense.
She-
Jane called us a thing, but he doesn't know that that's an insult.
So
You see her form fade into the darkness as it seemed to engulf her despite light being so close. The last thing you her golden eye is then gets around her. She's gone.
So Rosalax turns to Lexington.
So, gather the troop, Lexington. Let's go to that temple.
Alright then.
Be a leader for change.
Lexington starts to shout some orders on a couple nearby guards to round up a couple of troops.
Where is that thief?
Good time. The thief, it's actually, if you want, you can roll another intelligence roll by now for trying to track if you want.
Yeah, I'll try one more time. Fuck.
This time you
Shitty
find
rolls,
rabbit
man.
tracks, and it's so infuriating that you kick the air, but unfortunately, there was actually something there, and you hear the yelp of a fucking rabbit as you kick it at least 500 yards away. That rabbit's fucking dead. All right, so
Yeah, I guess I'll go meet
no,
up
the rabbit's
with them.
gone, dude. It's like a
See
football.
what they're doing then.
All right, so when you return, you see everyone is gathered up in a pile in a little in a nice little quaint group, and seems like they're all talking about the same subject. You don't quite know what the subject is, though. All right, so you approach them then?
Yeah, approach them.
All right. So Lazarus approaches you three after you've, made your decision to go to the Tomb of the First. What do you guys tell him?
Rosalax does a silence and shoves Lexington forward so you can talk to him. And actually be leader for change.
Why was I just shoved?
I think he's trying to make you the leader of everyone, so doodles.
Yes, we were gathering troops for the dungeon nearby to collect its rope.
Why is the wizard here?
Apparently he was enchanted by the princess by a spell. According to Drozla. And according to the Witch of the Wild.
So we're not gonna kill him then?
That is yet to be seen.
We can
That
still
is
do
yet
that.
to be seen.
We can still do that.
However, he hasn't shown any aggressive.
We don't know if he's
Something
not
that
enchanted, though. I mean, he still might be. He could be a spy.
We also found out that there's some good stuff for us in that particular dungeon, so shall we get going? And if I was a spy, I wouldn't be so reckless or dumb. I would actually be quiet and let everyone else do everything.
He's also part of the reason why we're going to the Forbidden City. He's the first one. So
I guess I'll go then.
Somewhat of a traitor. We would mostly have to tie him down instead of killing him.
Why am I a traitor?
I
said if you were a traitor.
am sure there is much treasure.
Yeah, we should at
in
least
this
like tie his
tomb.
hands behind his back.
You
We
tie
can
my
cut him loose if we need him.
No thanks. You're not tying my hands. No one. You guys already crucified me as is. I don't feel like going through it again. Thank you.
No, you haven't been crucified yet. We can try that, though, if you want.
No, I'm good.
By this point, Jane, she gets up and she goes off to bed. She just goes back to her tent while you're arguing amongst each other.
Troops gathered.
Kozilek follows her.
She enters her tent and, she attempts to sleep.
I go to her.
Jane, I want you to sleep here for a little while, which you were about to do anyway. But stay here. Don't eat anyone. We're going to go on a quest. We should be back very quickly. We're supposed to be back very quickly. But we're going with Beltram, so it might take 3 years. But we will be back. So, except for a random rogue every now and then, try not to kill anyone. Agreed?
She smiles with very sleepy eyes. She nods before her head falls back to the pillow and she immediately resumes snoring.
I find Ham.
All right. I'm going to need you to roll for intelligence for a really very, very high roll.
To find
This is Ham.
That can't
Yes.
be hard.
Yes.
Everyone's rolling low. Nope.
You did not find him, but you found a lot of bottles missing.
Damn it. That bloody dwarf.
I find some random rogue.
What do you want?
You know the dwarf that drinks a lot and likes to hang around with me.
The bastard that steals our drink.
That one. The next time you see him, ask him, tell him that Drozelax, his friend from the inn, his boss, wants him to watch over Jane for the next week or two.
Don't you worry. You can talk to him yourself. We're just about done with the bastard anyway. You see a few torches coming from the forest, and you see Ham being dragged back, and he looks like he's been beat the fuck up. Drop his fucking... They drop his like...
What have they done to you, Ham?
Although they didn't like how I drink half their supply, they didn't think I could drink that much. They never met a dwarf, it seems.
I'm gonna heal. So I'm gonna roll.
All right.
So spell check, heal. There you go.
Nice. Success.
So, you want me to look up how many dice that is? Well, you just you know that's a lot. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's a lot.
So he puts his hands on him, he glow, and
with 2 HD, yeah, you bring him back up. Yep.
Feeling better.
When he for some reason he looks healed. He looks at you in the eye. He's like, "Oh, me lad, You always find a way to save me. And you see the ravens that dragged him there are all pissed the fuck off. They're like, what?
I told you.
So,
fools.
but Ham completely ignores them as he grabs.
I told you fools to burn the windmill with the cosmic horror in it, not the dwarf.
We did burn a windmill. But there's people inside of it. Naked women.
Oh.
I saw that too in my dreams.
Tell no one that you did this, especially Beltram.
Of course not. Before you get to say any more, Ham grabs him. He puts his hand as far up your back as like he's trying to put his hand on your shoulder, but he can't. So he just grabs your middle back. He's like, "Come on, we need to talk, friend." Now, I got me a manager. Someone's running in right now as we speak. Beautiful ladies, big boobs, blonde hair. Oh, she's racking up all the money. She's not the manager, new, right? Waitresses, you're gonna love her. And, of course, we got the first check-in. Since we've been here, they sent us another one. It's not that much. But I figured we would need a little extra gold for all the liquor I'd be buying. He hands you a 500 gold.
Excellent. You have done well, Ham.
He collects the 500.
Oh, don't you worry. Business is booming. Harvest Day is better than ever. And this wonderful carnival circus or whatever we're doing, I'm sure it's going to give us more publicity. We are advertising, right? I tried to advertise, I think. To those lads over there. You see the guys that kick his ass walking away? They didn't care too much. They were too busy on how much I drink.
They're a little confused. I told them to kill the princess, not you.
The princess?
Yes.
There's a princess here. Since when?
No, she's not really a princess. She's a monster.
A monster?
Yes, she's
Since
invisible.
when was she a monster?
She's in some barn somewhere, sleeping in the hay. She's invisible.
I should hope not. I like to sleep in hay. Every now and then after I have a wee little bender.
All right.
But I'm not invisible after I drink.
Okay.
But maybe
I need you.
Oh! He grabs your arms. My gold's turn invisible after I drink. Not me. Does that mean I'm a monster? They turn invisible every time.
Ham, we really need to finally get to this dungeon. So I need you to go over there and watch over Jane for the next few days.
All right. I gotcha. He grabs 2 bottles and then 3. And then you see he's just grabbing off of every fucking table, every single person's...
I give him 600 gold. Give him back his 500 and an extra 100 gold. So he can... I tell him,
listen, instead of stealing the beer, just buy some of it.
And I give him a bag with like 600 gold in it. A big old bag.
I gotcha. He walks over to the person that he would have stolen the beer, the bottle from. He throws gold in their face, and he takes the bottle. And he needs to do that over and over again. He has 3 bottles.
Ham, a beer is not worth 1 gold, Ham.
This is...
1 gold should buy you many beers.
Oh, of course. He goes over to one of the guys that he threw like 20 coins at. He slaps him in the face, and he takes the rest of his beers. And this guy is just he's so confused. He doesn't know what's going on. And by this point, Ham has 20 fucking bottles of liquor, alcohol, and beer. And he goes over to he waddles over to Jane's. He waddles over to Jane's little tent. Oi, wake up, lass! I'm watching over you like a father. Time to drink.
So now that I know she's going to be perfectly safe, I return to the others.
All right. So your forces are all gathered, and now you start making your way towards the Temple of the First. As you guys make your way there, you push through the night, and you're all very fine and dandy in the morning. So you guys make your way through the forest, and you see something very peculiar, actually. You see something very out of place. You see something glinting, very bright red. Something in the bushes glinting, shining vibrantly red. And then you see some sort of hole next to this vibrant red, what looks to be a wall. There's a crack in the lower side of the wall that seems to go back towards recede into the bushes from which you cannot see. And then some sort of boulder-like hole around it. You see this boulder-like hole exhale steam. Great woe lies before thee. Heed my call. Heed my warning. The voice zooms through the air, and you realize this is just merely the snout of something far, far larger. One will be lost to the void, another to a different world, a third their flames tempered, a fourth does not belong but will be needed. Two more will face a light they were never meant to see. A last will remember the past. These words of woe I bring thee. Should you go down this path, thine fate is sealed. I warn you now, not out of kindness, out of respect for the little time we shared. I have no name, I have no bonds. The colors of your souls have told me enough.
So Joselex is like, oh,
snout
okay, yeah, whatever.
exhales.
Joselex is like, okay, all right. He goes down the path.
So as you go down the path, he says this, well then, steel yourselves, walk through the valley of death, and fear no evil. His visage disappears into a red blur into the forest, and then just above you, a city-sized dragon flies.
Wow, it's the first Grindex dragon that I've seen.
Nice.
It roars as it soars away, and you can feel the roar and the tremble in the very core of your being as the ground rumbles by its mere voice. It disappears into the sky, into the clouds, something so massive it's hard to comprehend its full size.
Lexington, you didn't say there would be dragons.
I know there would be dragons.
Bigger the payout, bigger the monsters.
Shut up, Beltram.
You've arrived to Temple the First. The stench of death permeates through the lush evergreen trees, as though they softly sing to the tune of the wind. A great battle has occurred here. Corpses are scattered across the lightly snowed-over evergreen grass. Some of the corpses look similar to the slavers. At least one is a Spartanos corpse. The entrance shows two massive yet elegant yet crumbling statues of angels. The extremely massive doors look battle-worn, and they are both closed. Let me give you dominion over your characters now. Let's see. Lexington already has dominion over his.
Are these like the paladins?
Yep, those are holy knights. There we go. Ta-da. Beltramus Peculiar now has dominion over his being. The Bard is missing this whole entire adventure. And Lazarus, I believe you have dominion over your character as well. All right, so you arrive. You may now... What do you do now that you are at the entrance of the tunnel? The entrance being right here.
Well,
I start searching
make
the bodies of the paladins.
the paladins.
Yeah.
You
I
see
hover
that the
up to the
paladins
door.
are eerily. See,
yeah, I go to the door as well, and I try to read if there's anything on the door.
I don't touch
If
the
there
door. I'm
were
letting
inscriptions-
Lexington do his thing, but I'm hovering up to the door.
inscriptions on the door, they are long worn away. For all you can tell is that this door has seen many battles and has suffered a great many wounds. There's cuts and dents that litter the door. Engravings there that are no longer visible. You have dominion over your character now too, John. When you search the Holy Knights, you find that they're eerily bare other than their attire. They have nothing on them. That does not apply to those other ones that are dead.
Savron.
Holy
Now, who are these?
Savron?
Yeah, I turn to him. John, do you? I look at the door. Do you know this place?
Can you not see the depictions? Angels. Other than that, I have no recollection of this place. My life was of war, not of temple worship.
So all I was asking, because this place looks like it's seen many wars.
All right. So, what else do you guys do then?
I look
Do you
at
enter?
the door and see
Well,
if
I'm
there's
just
a way.
inspecting the door. I'm not. I'm looking around to see if there's any what you just described the descriptions, but I'm not opening the door yet. I'm just looking at it. Is there anything like to notice about it? Something strange? Any traps? Things like that?
As of the moment, it looks like it's a heavy door to open and close. It's made entirely of stone, but it looks like a very simple door that opens outwardly. So you would have to pull it towards you to open it.
All right. So Drozelax backs up so the warrior can go and do that.
Lexington tries to find a way to open the door. You need to pull it open.
Yes, there are handles on the door that they look battle worn themselves, but they look like they're operable.
We could tie a rope to the handles and then pull at a distance.
Lexington starts to trying to pull the two sides of the door slowly, but open enough for he can see inside.
All right, strength check. You have brought an 18. With effortless ease, you guys see Lexington flex his muscles, and you swear to God that you remember that day where he tried to grab someone and chuck him, and he looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger right now. He just easy, nothing. He lifts weights all day and night. He pulls it open, nothing happens. When you peek inside, it's just a hallway lit by torches. This is as far as actually you could see this far. You could see to the right.
That's light in here.
You could see two.
There are torches. He said there are torches. You can see
To
inside.
your. Yep. There's two pathways to the right and the left. Do you guys enter?
Lexington gets his javelin ready to strike from a distance. And he goes like in here.
Where's
The
Savron?
chamber-
Savron's with us, right?
Yep, he's with you.
Back away so you can go first.
Savron follows right beside you.
Right. Then I go.
The chamber does have a bit of a musky smell to it, though it's clearly shrouded. That smell is clearly shrouded by a thick smell of blood. Torches line the walls, giving light to this otherwise gloomy stone room. An angelic statue sits on the far side of the room, seemingly untouched by time. You notice a blood trail leading to the door just behind the statue. From where you guys are to the door just behind the statue. So if I want to do a representation. See? The massive, just behind the statue. The massive door on the far side is littered with spikes and tied on spears. Opening it from the outside is effectively impossible. Let's see. There's also two beautifully crafted stone-cut doors that can be found on the left and on the right. DC 10 intelligence check for everybody within the dungeon. Actually, just everybody, because you guys are looking within.
I made it.
All right. On success, you notice the door on the right has been used far more often than the door on the left, as can be seen by the clear skid marks on the floor. Also, as for you, Trey, you think this room is pretty, and for some reason you're compelled to suck on a spike. You don't know why. For some reason you feel like just really jamming that spike into your skull. You feel like some sort of entity has entered your mind and forced you to believe that. You rolled a 1. Sorry. You can't.
Wow.
Right. So now, where do you guys go? What do you do?
Beltram.
The path to the right and the path to the left.
No, Drozelax. Can you do telekinesis?
Why?
Because I need you to move a corpse inside this room.
Need me to move a corpse into here. Hover a corpse into here.
And pray tell,
Distance, yes.
why are you moving a corpse?
I do not.
I have a feeling
You want to move a
I
corpse?
do not have the power of telekinesis, Lexington.
I think what he wants to do is have the corpse trigger any possible traps as opposed to us.
Perhaps the wizard has telekinesis.
Well, just to clarify for everybody, this down here is very, very clearly man-made.
What is it? Is it spears or fire?
It looks completely different from the rest of the architecture of the dungeon.
Describe it.
Spears.
Spears,
A lot of
okay.
spikes, and if you approach it and you trip, you die. There's spears and spikes. It's a massive barricade. The doors have been made into a massive spiked barricade from the inside. So since you're on the outside, you cannot open it.
The doors on the...
But it was made by men, not by the architects. It doesn't, and these do not look old. They look recent and used.
These
These
doors
are
on...
spears.
You were saying, Beltram?
Okay, so these are spears, right? And these are normal doors.
Yep.
And they're closed.
Those are normal stone-cut doors.
And
they're
these
both
spears are in
closed.
front of what? What's behind
Things
the
are
spears?
spikes, like spikes.
Behind the spears is like there's so many spears they hide the door behind it. This is a doorway. You cannot open it unless you're inside. Wherever inside is, you need to be there to open the door. This is a door. It's been crafted into a barricade.
I'm inspecting it.
So you see
I'm inspecting it. Do I see anything else?
You notice there are skid marks on the floor, so this door has been opened often as well.
The big one?
Yes, this big one has been opened often.
The one with the spikes?
Yes.
Yeah.
The floor is indelibly stained with...
And the other two?
So this one has been opened many times, but this one has not.
What do you think? Lexington Beltram? Thief?
I believe that someone is taken over this place. Bandit, most likely.
Thief, can you detect traps?
Can I?
You
broke
Okay.
outside.
some of your rogue abilities.
I'll try and do that then.
Yep. Where are you going to try to find the trap? Like all over the room? The whole room? Or the doors? You know, fuck it. Just roll for it, brother.
Is this intelligence or is this in abilities?
It should be within your roguish abilities, like underneath backstab.
Yeah, I see it. Fuck.
You try to find a trap, and despite the horrific, clumsiness you have, you literally trip over pebbles and shit. It infuriates you so much that you almost punch someone. You have that intense feeling of, committing violence. But even with your eyes, you can tell vividly that there are no traps in this room. The only thing that puts you off is how often this door has been used. That's the only thing that puts you off. Other than that, you do not sense any obvious traps.
Oh, yeah. Lexington. Stop behaving like Reddington and get into the room.
Are there handles on those doors?
Yep.
I mean, if you're worried about traps, can we tell which way they open?
I just come up to this one.
I
open this door.
Or we could do that.
All right. Open that door, and you see beautiful gemstone. You see a hallway with beautiful gemstones on each side, and then another doorway. As a cleric, you can sense that you're entering somewhere holy and sacred. Something holy and sacred is ahead of you.
He turns back to the rest of them, gives them disgusted looks for cowards, and he walks inside. Hovers inside and opens the door.
You open the door. The room is lit by incandescent white light. They look like they're coming from white rods within the golden engraved walls. 3 angelic statues stand before you. The first, far grander than the rest. This one holds a great golden blade attached to its similarly golden body. His body depicts not the limits of masculinity, but beyond. Simply larger than life. His wings are glorious and seemingly incandescent due to the jewels that are engraved within those wings. Yet, for all those who are human in this world, something seems off. It seems the light falls just short of his statue, and every other statue in this room, like it's missing something. So it's like the whole room is incandescent, but around the statues, there's darkness. A silver statue just in front of the statue is in, let me see, Let's see. On a silver stone just in front of the statue is engraved these words. The words themselves are vibrating. The words translate into your first learned language. Drozelax, what you see the words transform into elder speech. Speak the words that are true. We know what you are. May your soul be damned. May this place consume you as it has many others. Step towards the truth at your own peril. For Beltram, speak the words that are true. Your mind is twisted, as are you. Flail as you will, fight as you will. Say the names that are forgotten. Find the hope that was lost, so you may never be as you once were. And for everybody else, speak the words that are true. Say the names forgotten. Show respect to the past, and may your souls be blessed. Behind him are two other statues that look less grand but still glittering with ethereal beauty. To the left, a man with a soft face, smiles with open arms, in front of his grandiose wings. To the right, two wolves by the side of a woman. Her slender figure could be that of what the finest could be. Her to the right, with two wolves by her side, a slender figure of what could be the finest woman, hidden under hood and slender armor, almost hiding her wings themselves behind her. All right, and that is the whole room.
Could you repeat what mine said?
All right. Speak the words that are true. Your mind is twisted, as are you. Flail as you will, fight as you will. Say the names that are forgotten. Find the hope that was lost, so you may never be as you once were.
Speak the names that are true.
Are we missing someone? No, we're not. Okay, cool.
Ozalax hovers to the back of the room. Is there anything going on in this wall?
Roll an intelligence check. You can see through it. Your elder mind sees the truth, and you can see through the wall. You see that there is a massive passageway that leads to where you need to go. But the door, the tiny little slit, simply cannot be opened right now. And you can tell this. Perhaps the riddle before will allow you to open it.
Fine. I want to hear what you said to me again.
Hello.
Let's see. Speak the words that are true. We know what you are. May your soul be damned. May this place consume you, as it has many others. Step towards the truth at your own. Because you rolled a 20, you sense that what you're missing is not in this room. Sovereign himself finally enters the room.
Ozalax has not shared that information.
And when
Not yet.
All right. When when Sovereign enters the room, he falls to his knees for at least 5 minutes. Just kind of gazing at the glory of what is before you guys. All right. So now that you've done this, where do you go now? What do you do?
Lexington tries to figure out the riddle. He's trying to get its meaning.
Speak the words that are true. Say the names forgotten. Show respect to the past, and may your souls be blessed. You get the feeling that the names have something to do with the statues.
What was mine again? I got most of it. I just want to make sure I got it right.
Speak the words that are true. Your mind is twisted, as are you. Flail as you will, fight as you will. Say the names that are forgotten. Find the hope that was lost, so you may never be as you once were.
Joselax leaves the room. There's nothing there.
Sovereign follows you.
There's nothing there for us yet. We must see what's on the other side.
Is there anything in the room?
One at a time. John first.
Yeah, go, Jonathan.
No, I said John first, dipshit. John, go.
Sorry. Is there anything? Can I look around the room and probably roll intel to see if I can find anything that could possibly, reveal the names to me?
No, there's nothing else in the room.
Darn.
Nope, not a thing.
Can I roll intel to see if I could, maybe I came across this in my studies at all?
Nope.
Well then, that was quick.
Yup. And you, Jonathan?
Lexington tries to go around to see if there's any names on these statues.
You pace around for about 5-10 minutes, and you realize that you've wasted your time. There's nothing. The only thing that has any is underneath is at the summit. Everything else is barren. Sovereign, he opens the door and he holds his blades at the ready, waiting for whoever goes first. All right. So when you enter, you see another small hallway, and
you fools
another.
Should not be afraid of this. Us French people build dungeons for fun.
All right. So there's another doorway to enter.
You open the door.
All right. You see this room. Immediately, the stench of a corpse that's been rotting for at least a day or two hits your nose. You see a man that looks like one of the knights that the slavers had. His helmet off and his eyes looking towards the sky. His mouth open, and it looks like he died and hasn't touched his body. Hasn't touched his face as much as the rest of his body.
What hasn't touched his face? You broke up.
As much as it touched the rest of his body. You can vividly see his horror. When you enter this room, hold a moment. The dust of the room is mostly settled. 3 statues have their watchful gaze across the room. The angelic statue on the left with open eyes and a smile looks to the left towards the entrance of the room where you came from. The second, with a grimace and half-closed eyes, watches the rest of the room. The last one, the second one watches the middle of the room. So this one is overwatching the middle of the room with a grimace. And half-closed eyes. The third looks like it's in deep pain with watching faced towards the exit, which is this final one over here. Let's see if there's anything else about this room. Behind all three angels is a greater what looks like an angelic figure. It shows a female holding a spear with two wolves beside it. Do you enter the room?
Does it look like the statue in the other room? Or is this one different?
No. Actually, yes. This one looks like the statue of the female.
The one in the center of the room?
Except grander. No, the one in the back of the room looks like a statue of the female. There are three angels. One watching you guys. One watching the rest of the room. One that looks like it's in deep pain watching the exit. And let me just reveal the exit to you guys on the very other side of the room right here. When you enter the room, you feel an immediate weight on you. Something is wrong. You immediately feel as if the universe itself is judging you as you step into this room. Do an intelligence roll, Joselax.
Nice.
Nice. Very nice.
He's casting dirty looks back at Lexington. He's the fucking clerk. He shouldn't be the one going first, asshole.
It's actually very good you went first. Trust me. He probably would have died. So, you sense that there's something wrong with the tiles. Some of the tiles feel holy while others look unholy. You can faintly tell that some tiles have a cross on them and some have an X on them. I'll reveal at least two tiles for you.
Wait, I'm hovering over them though. I'm not touching them.
I think that's why he said it was a good thing you went first.
You see, you're able to discern. Not just because of that, but because of his nature. You detect these three tiles.
Why don't I see the other ones?
The rest of them, it is literally so faint to see these markings that you cannot discern any of the other ones.
Okay, so the
You can barely make out these ones.
So what do I sense about the holy ones, and what do I sense about the X ones? Is there more you can tell me?
You feel like the room is judging you. So perhaps it has something to do with that nature.
You're breaking up a lot, and that's not good for a trap.
You feel that the room itself is judging you. So perhaps these tiles have something to do with that nature.
All right, he hovers over one of the crosses.
Could it also be according to what the statue said in the other room? Like how we had to speak the truth?
You hover over a cross, and for touching it, it seems like it touches you. Your eyes are enveloped with a vision. You disappear, and now you are next to Jane. She looks horrified. A band of warriors is about to kill and slaughter Jane. The only way you can survive this scenario is by running and leaving Jane to be taken by these beings. Do you fight them, knowing full well your life will be ended?
Of course he does.
When you do, the tile then...
You're breaking up, man. All I heard is when you do the tile and nothing.
When you do, the tile disappears. You have succeeded. You have passed. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. So, what happens after I pass? It just disappears?
Disappears.
Okay. Rosalax hovers back, shoves his way through these people, and goes into this room. He wants to see if there's any difference.
There is no difference at all. The statue is very dark.
Okay. He goes back.
Actually, roll an intelligence check. Just because there's something very faint. You barely notice it, but the slightest glimmer of light appears on the woman's statue.
Okay, he noted it and he comes back.
Actually, all right,
No, he doesn't go back in the room.
You notice that you're yeah. All right.
He stays behind the group. And
So who moves into the room then?
He says, Beltram, you go.
All right, Beltram, do you move forward?
Oh, Lexington moved forward.
Lexington moves forward.
Oh boy, he's about to die.
You feel the weight of the room immediately fall upon you. Judgment. So the eyes of the angel seem to be following you. The angel appears judgment. Where do you move? Because which tile you choose is very important. At the moment, you can only tell where 2 tiles are because they were marked out for you. So where do you go?
Relax. What seems to be happening in this room?
Lexington, if you want, you can make a roll to see if you can comprehend what's happening. An intelligence roll.
Why did you walk in, you
But I hope you know it's not going to be as easy for you as it is the others, the more magically acquainted.
Why did you walk in, you fool? I said Beltram go in. You
He didn't go all the way in, so could he come back out?
Faintly understand the yeah, he can. You faintly understand that you feel like depending on where you stand, you don't understand where it is. You have a feeling it's the tiles because you were told to see them. Depending on which tile you stand on, you will be judged.
Alright then, Beltram, I'll leave you to figure this out.
Drozelax, what can you tell us about the room so far?
go in, wizard, and find out.
Oh, you're a big help.
Beltram, go ahead and roll for intelligence. Because you every time one of you enters the room, you feel the weight upon you of judgment.
Wow.
You don't know shit. You honestly think that you should stroll through this room. You have a very intense compulsion to just walk through. You think everyone's just being a dipshit.
But I know that's never the case with anything magical, so...
Right? So where do you walk? Alright? You step on a cross. You step on one of the crosses and you feel, as you touch it, it touches you.
I'm holding on to my little
Your vision... So, your vision is taken. And you see Lexington at the hands of Caligus Mordinius. He is beaten, he is bruised, and he is about to die. And he calls out to you for help. He begs you, don't let him kill me. Do you run in and save your friend, despite the risk? Or do you run away to save your own life?
I run in and I try to get him out. Like, I pull him out of the way of...
you feel when you move in between them, you feel the cold blade enter your chest.
Ah, damn it.
It drains from you as you barely wake up. You barely process the fact that it was all just a test. You come back to reality.
Yeah, he's laying on the tile, holding on to his cross. He's like, Drozelax, you're stuck.
Beltran, you may make another intelligence roll because of where you moved. You still feel like that was probably just a fucking fluke. You honestly, you can't really tell if there's anything else wrong with the room. It looks like a dusty ass room, and it smells bad. There's a dead guy there. You can't really focus because there's a dead guy there.
Yeah, he's terrified after going through that. He's just laying down at the moment.
All right. So, what do the rest of you do then?
Well, let's wait and see who else wants to come in.
Explain what is going on.
The room tests you, you buffoon. Depending on the tile you land on, your decisions have to go what that tile expects from you.
How can you tell?
Sovereign keeps walking straight. He's completely oblivious to what's going on. And when you see Sovereign walk straight, you see he walks into. You see that something sparks on him as you see he's staring straight up into the sky. And when eventually he falls to his knees, and he just kind of looks a little damaged. At least his mind is damaged.
Right.
He just stands there kneeling.
All right, watch.
He goes back into the room. And he goes over the axe.
Over to the X.
Trozax, no!
And as you touch the tile, as you hover over the tile still makes its way to touch you.
Silence, Beltram.
You finally have it. The object for you. You've been waiting for this for a long time. But for some reason, your mind hasn't been well. You finally regain the memories you've lost, and you are in the place you've been trying to get to. Remington is beaten before you. His arms are cut off, his weapons are gone, and he awaits the inevitable fate that you will give him. You can finally have his brain.
It's an X.
Well,
He eats
what
the brain.
do you do?
It's an X. He eats the brain.
The brain is so delicious until it isn't. You feel something wriggling within you, and it goes throughout your body and permeates. You feel as if you're trying to scream, but you can't, and then the vision disappears as you feel wounded when you leave. You still feel the ticking and the buzzing of the beings that didn't exist inside of you. Hold up. You take 2 damage.
That's not good.
The nature of this thing is not as I suspected.
You may roll another intelligence check to see if there's any nearby you. Uncle, your names are hilarious. Fuck you, Beltran. Oh, shit. After suffering this grievous damage, you have had enough, and the rage fuels your vision as you discern every single last one. This one. This. Not that one. That one's been already done. This one. This one. This one. This one. And this. But you notice there's nothing over the corpse.
So it was already used. What is this? You only put a slash here.
That one's been activated.
Oh, yeah,
that's that one was already activated. I made an accident. Yeah, I did an accident there.
All right.
All right, so you see that there is a pathway through there. You can avoid the rest of them now.
So the pathway is the holy ones?
The pathway is you can bypass the corpse and go here, or bypass Sovereign and go here, and then you can cut across and enter.
Can I pull Sovereign out?
By now, Sovereign's out of his daze, so he's standing up fine.
Follow them.
All right.
All right. So
You open.
Follow the
You open the
path.
next set of
Follow the
doors.
path I take.
All right.
I try to follow the path that he took.
So, once you move forward. All right. So, once you enter that hallway, the stench of death breaks through the doorway. Once you enter, you still feel. Once you go into this small hallway, the weight of judgment leaves you, but you smell death on the other side.
Okay. Before he moves forward, Drozelak heals himself.
All right.
Or
Failure and disapproval.
Or not.
Actually, how high is your disapproval right now? Because I think we got to roll in the chart.
Hold on a second.
Wait, no, it's a
I
natural
only got
3.
one disapproval. I don't think I
Okay.
have. Where did I get disapproval from? Remind me.
Whenever you fail a spell check, you get disapproval. So, well, we haven't been doing that. Now I understand disapproval. So, every time you fail one, just increase disapproval. So you have a natural 2 for your disapproval.
Okay, so
Starting now.
I'm at 2 right now.
You're at 2. Yep.
Okay.
Sacrifices of gold and things that are of value will get that dissipated.
Ty?
He takes 100 gold and tosses it back into the room back here. This is for you, Elder Brain.
You chuck it at the statue, and just because you insulted another god, Elder Brain is extremely amused. Disapproval gone.
All right. He tries again.
All right, go ahead.
There we go.
Success.
How many hit dice?
Glorious success.
I only lost 2 hit points, so I'm sure. And I have 2 hit dice, so.
Yeah, so you probably.
Yeah, there's almost no way, unless I roll 1s both times. I mean, I'll do it anyway, just in case. Cleric is 1d8, right?
1d6. Wait, no, 1d8. Yeah, 1d8. You're right. Let me double check. I got the book right here. I got a few. No, the thief is 1d6.
2 hit dice? Or 1?
2d8, I believe.
Okay, he's at full health.
Boom, you're good. All right. So, do you enter the next room now?
Yes.
You enter the next room, and again, you feel the weight of judgment upon you. You see to your left immediately a corpse, and this one has been there for a very long time, and by now its human residue has started to stain the floor itself. You can't see underneath the corpse, so you don't know whether there's a tile there. Roll for intelligence to see where the tiles are. Also, when you enter this room, you notice at the very end of the hallway, you notice a chest. A beautiful golden chest. Jesus Christ!
Now when I roll for spells, though, it's only for this intelligence check. I understand
Jesus
the cosmos.
Christ! Jesus
The power of the cosmos is in my hand.
You see every single tile yet again. No effort is expunged at all.
Beltram.
And you notice there's a tile right underneath this guy that's dead. So passing over him will not be safe. And because of the 21 you fucking rolled, you sense that you need to get to that chest. And that chest is the whole point of this.
Yeah, but now all these tiles have. So I can go here, right?
Yep, you can go there.
I am not the only one that will be judged. One of you fools come in here and help.
Actually, he backs away and leaves space for someone else to do a test.
All right. Which one do you step on, Beltran? Beltran, which one do you step on?
On your microphone.
Choose one to step on.
Yeah, no, I stepped on it already. I put my character here.
There's nothing there.
Doesn't have one.
Wait, that doesn't have one?
The one you were on didn't have one. For some reason, you moved yourself all the way over there. Oh, you were over here?
Yeah, I passed through
When you step on the tile...
Okay.
When you step on the tile, for some reason, you feel like you just made a mistake. You smudge the tile and it turns to an X. Your eyes then get flooded with a vision. And then you realize it's not really a vision. You've been teleported away.
Yay!
And the princess just brought you to her. You see a warm smile on her face as she chuckles. Come. I've waited too long for this.
Oh.
And she starts to undress herself. And she awaits you on a table. What do you do?
Okay.
Finally, you get what you deserve.
He grabs the cross. He's like, I can't believe this is happening. All right. This is all right. Is this real? Because honestly, a minute ago I was somewhere totally different.
She tells you to shut the fuck up.
How did you heal?
And then she wags her finger. Stop wasting time. Get over here.
Is there an exit?
You're in the woods, actually. Has a tent. It's kind of cold outside, and it seems once you enter that tent, it'll get nice and warm.
She has a tent.
Yeah.
He walks over, closes the tent. All right, who's screwing with me? He turns around. He's like, who's messing with me?
When you close the tent, you feel flames start to engulf you. And when the flames finally do come from the trees and then touch you, you feel that they are warm and pleasant. You pass the test.
When he comes out of it, this isn't fun. Whoa, what just happened?
Beltran, do not lose control.
I don't know.
I hate that test. He opened.
This isn't funny.
Lazarus, can you check this for traps? I don't think I'm in my right mind at the moment.
When you try to walk away, you hear the chest open.
Oh.
The chest creaks open, and you see that there is nothing within. And a light. The light shows an angel above it. This angel, for some reason, seems oddly familiar to you, Beltran. She looks like that of the statue, but now that she's in her full glory, you seem to notice you've seen this one before. You have passed my test of progressing past this tunnel. My name is Ariel, Archangel Ariel. After that, she dissipates into nothing, and the chest is dark again. Oh, and by the way, there's a room up here. There's a doorway up here.
Oh, it just appeared?
No, that's been there. I just forgot to put it there. I just forgot to reveal it.
Archangel Ariel was which one? Was it the chick with the spear?
The chick with the spear and the wolves.
Spear and the wolves, thank you.
All right. So, what do you gentlemen do now?
I wait to see if our leader
Waiting for your answer.
actually does something.
30 minutes pass and Lexington stares at the wall doing nothing.
Like he's been doing all the adventure.
That's the question of like, okay, can someone tell me what's going on? I hardly know what's going on.
Beltram turns around with a very, what's the best way to put it? Disappointed face and says, "We're being tested."
How?
Ty, you don't get this favor for, you just get that range of disapproval. It goes up by 1 to 1 or 2. You don't get this favor every time you have a failed spell check. That's only with a 1.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. Sorry. Like you increase 1 disapproval every time you fail a spell check.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it might apply for
No, what it does is increases the chance of this favor. You get this favor if you roll under that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like you guys and Beltram. This is what you see. You see a long hallway, and it has 2 corridors, more ahead and 1 to the left.
Drozelax wants to return to this room to see something has changed.
You can. Go ahead and move your character. If you remember the riddle, then you know what to do.
No, it says something you have to speak the truth. Or...
Yep.
What was the truth? I missed what the hell just happened to Weirdo over here.
For your character it was different, but for everyone else they had this. Speak the words that are true. Say the names that are forgotten. Show respect to the past, and may your souls be blessed. The big thing is to say the names forgotten. That one I forgot to add to yours, actually. So the big thing is to say the names that are forgotten.
Okay, what were the names? Oh, he says Ariel.
When you say Ariel, she lights up. You see light clearly, gleaming on her statue.
Very good. So we got to get the names of these 2. Is that the nature of this? Is that
Yep.
Okay. We didn't get those names yet, so he returns. He hovers back and follows them into the next room.
When you hover back, you see Sovereign's just staring at the statues.
He pats him on the head and keeps walking. Keeps hovering behind the rest of the group.
All right, so when you guys make it that far, you see another set of hallways. You see this hallway ending in a T, and you see this hallway ending in a doorway. This one opens up into 2 further hallways.
Why is the wizard going first?
I'm actually wondering the same thing, although after the last test, I'm not feeling all that great. I don't think I'm thinking straight anymore. He slumps his head.
Lexington, you are a bloody warrior. You go first.
Well, that is true. Unfortunately, these places...
Sovereign, as if controlled by something, he walks past you guys and enters a different room.
He, Drozelax follows the real warrior. Follows Sovereign.
Actually, I was gonna say I'm gonna follow after Sovereign to make sure he's okay, but yeah.
In the middle of Lexington's ridiculous
he went down,
ignores him and goes this way.
So when you go down that way, this is the way he went down here. You see that there's a doorway, and the doorway is now open. And there's a statue inside this room already waiting. And within the room, Sovereign is just standing looking at the statue.
What is the statue?
You see the statue? The statue is shimmering, as if it's vibrating. You see, what you mostly can see is an image of a father-like figure, angelic and caring. And as you look at this statue, it speaks. You struggle to see itself. You just struggle to see the fine detail. Approach me with goodwill, so I may bless you and show you the path. Drozelax, what you see is viciously different from what everyone else sees. The shimmering image of an angelic figure flickers back and forth from a bright, beautiful angel to a cold, cosmic being. The whole room turns blue. Everyone else in the room disappears. And you see an elder one sitting on top of the throne room in a deep blue color. You have done well. Within this realm, I now appear to you in an image which you find familiar. You are being thought to be inherently evil. Consume and slay those that are evil. I ask you, I implore you, Drozelax, sent from the elder brain in France. Consume only those who are damned, and I will give thee a great boon. You got a boon from Raphael. So get ready to write stuff. Beings that are inherently evil give off a cold essence.
Wait.
And they are...
It's going to be really long. My character sheet ain't that long.
It's going to be...
Go ahead.
Beings of evil... No, beings that are inherently evil, like just evil beings, give off a cold essence. You can paraphrase this in any way you want. And have a faint blue aura around them. Consuming a weak being of evil, you add +1 to your max HP.
I go and I consume Lexington.
Lexington isn't inherently evil.
Damn it.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
When you consume a being of great evil, +3 max HP. Consume a being of cosmic evil, +10 80.
Okay.
Is Ty back?
Once you consume a being inherently good, DC 80 out of 100.
Ty has
to
been
retain
here,
the boon. Oh.
So I have to reconnect, basically.
This is actually something John wanted to hear. Poor bastard.
John, reconnect.
Tell him to reconnect. Yeah. So, once you consume a being that's inherently good, DC 80 out of 100 to retain the boon and its abilities. So all that HP you earn will disappear.
You went too fast. Last thing I got was Cosmic Evil plus 10 HP. Now you're like inherently good.
Oh yeah. So once you consume a being that is good, so if you eat good, extremely good people, you must roll a DC 80 out of 100 to retain the boon and its abilities. So once you start eating good people, it disappears. You have to roll to see if it disappears.
What is DC 80 out of 100?
You roll you roll 100 dice. Yeah, you see if you roll over 80.
Okay. Got it.
Consume a being DC 10 out of 100 to retain the boon.
I missed what type of being it was. You broke up.
Neutral.
A neutral being. Okay. DC 10 out of 100. Okay.
On fail of either, Raphael, the angel appears.
Dude,
the angel Raphael
the
appears.
last 3 sentences I missed. Is there something about Raphael disappearing?
On fail, the angel... Yeah, Raphael appears, the angel. Which is the one you're actually talking to right now.
Okay. Drozelax is going to hover back over here. Let me know when he gets there. Back over here.
Alright.
Let me know when he gets there.
So then we'll go over to. All right.
Like the pins going here.
As for Bill. All right, Wilson. Let me quickly describe the room you see. You see a room is lit. The room is lit the moment you open the creaky door.
Wait, who is this?
It's Jonathan acting like Krill. Lexington acting like Krill.
Standing on the clouds. On the left are depictions of men sacrificing one man to a warrior angel. And then after their death, the people who sacrifice the man getting great boons. The next inscription is heavily damaged and requires an intelligence check.
Alright. No idea.
Everyone who got those things probably have happy ever after. You can't tell. As for you, Beltran, once you enter, the fatherly angel shimmers until it takes a different form. From the shimmering angel, the father-like image, then guitar heart of you until it transforms into the angel that you had came to you in your visions.
he just
get here.
He gasped.
You've suffered so much to get here. To restrain what lies within, you must continue forward on your solemn path to the cursed city of. Roll a DC 18 will check.
I'm like trying to get notes and trying to hear all this.
Earlier, man.
You said will save, right? Oh, jeez. Wow.
All right.
He sees the angel, drops to his knees.
You get a painful headache. You get a painful headache at the mere words when she says the name of the city. You get a painful headache from the mere words as your eyes involuntarily flutter from the weight of them. The lost, forgotten kingdom of yore you must go. Find a mad old fiend who dabbles in the chaotic arts. As long as this earth, find a mad old fiend who dabbles in chaotic arts, and has done so for as long as this earth was without unholy flame.
Wait, could you repeat the whole thing? I only got part of it. I'm sorry. I should record this. Oh wait, you're recording this, right?
We did. Yeah, exactly. We recorded this. Yeah. Come back to it later.
I'll watch it later. Never mind.
Yeah, the problem is he's breaking up a lot this game, so a lot of it's being missed. Yeah, I highly suggest when you go full-time, Tyler, that you DM from Jonathan's house until you get a decent internet.
Yeah, I think I will. Yeah. Which is never. All right, so you get a boon as well. A ring falls into your hand. The ring is beautiful. It depicts silver angelic wings. The ring initially appears to be too big, though. Do you put it on?
Yeah, I'll pull it on.
The ring shrinks, and the silver sears into your skin, burning.
He's used to it. He's wearing a silver cross all the time.
Mended to the ring, preventing its removal. Part of.
Silent. All that shit broke up. The ring did something and seared him, and then that's it. That's all I heard.
It shrank and seared into my finger. I know that much. I'm really gonna need it.
don't hear Tyler.
Me neither.
Oh, nice. Felipe, we both got a level for that.
I don't either.
I don't hear Ty. I'm gonna reconnect.
I'll just type this up.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ty, you may want to close the game. Pick up next week.
Tired.
Yeah, this is about, it's a little late now, guys. I'll give John his stuff. Both you and John level up. You two didn't enter the room, so hey, I can't.
All right, then. I'll level up Joselex.
I can't really give you anything since you haven't.
I'll level up
Yeah.
Joselex. When we play next Monday? No. My game is on Sunday, so move yours to like Tuesday or something.
Yeah. Tuesday? All right. Yeah, I'll get Tuesday off then next week.
All right, then. I'm gonna end the video here.
Yep.